On the edge of the Brooks Range, 110 miles above the Arctic Circle, in Alaska, Arctic Village is tucked into the Chandalar River Valley. The 140 people who live here are Athabascan Indians, the Gwitchen. Arctic Village is the northernmost Indian village in the world and one of the last to be touched by Western culture. It is a place where people still live a simple and peaceful life in harmony with nature. The people of Arctic Village have decided that the best way to keep their traditional culture alive is to invite in new cultures, to observe, to learn, to participate as tourists. Hi. Tourists are already landing at the village airport in order to catch their flight into the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Now they will be invited into the village to experience the Gwitchen way of life firsthand.
Many years ago when I was a kid, the way we hunt and the way we fish and dry meat and dry fish for the winter, we're still doing that, and moccasins from the caribou skins and all that stuff. So we can show all these to the tourists.
We still live off the land, we still got our language, and we still do most of our diet is from wild animals. 75% of our diet is wild animals. Most of it include porcupine caribou herd.
The Porcupine Caribou herd, 180,000 strong, migrate from western Canada through the nearby Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. The Gwitchen have relied on this herd for thousands of years, for food, tools, and clothing.
There's connection with the people, because people still live off the land and protecting the land. In return, they'll take care of us, and that's what's going on in the Gwitchen country.
Most of the people in Arctic Village still have a subsistence way of life. They still hunt and fish for their food, but their need for cash has increased with their use of motorized boats, snowmobiles, and four-wheelers. There are no roads into the village, but they have television now and well-stocked grocery stores and daily flights to Fairbanks. Still, the pace is slow, and life is rich, even though there is little money.
I believe in the Father. I believe in the Son. And I believe in the Holy Ghost.
Our people has a very strong faith. How strong you believe is a very strong part of your survival. And our people have a hard time believing in money, because out here, it's impractical. Get out in the woods and you get in trouble. All the money in the world is not going to save you. It won't even burn good, you know. So you're relying on yourself. With money, it's not like that. You're relying on everybody else except yourself. So it's a very different concept.
One of the guys come to me and say something about you want more developments and more jobs and more money. Why did you don't want that live that way? You're so poor. What did they mean? I don't understand what they meant when I'm poor. I'm healthy, and not only myself, my peoples are healthy. The way we live, it's not that's a rich life we have. And I know he's talking about his own culture, but I'm not agree with it.
The Gwitchen feel that the tourism industry can bring some needed cash into the village economy with little impact on their traditional way of life.
And we can show them how we live and what we got, like arts and craft. And all we want is to make them happy.
The people here are known for their hospitality. When people, it's a pride of the people. It always has been. that when people come to visit them, they go out of their way to make them feel at home and to entertain them and feed them.
There is a summer youth program for the teens in Arctic Village, teaching them the traditional dances and customs so that they can entertain the tourists and help to preserve their cultural heritage for another generation. The Gwitchen believe that they have something valuable to teach the rest of the world about respect for the elders, for the traditions, and for the environment.
They're still trying to live, our elder used to live. Strong cultures. They taught me so many things and talked to me how to live good lives and stuff like that. And about that world too, small world. And they're telling us about the land out there and resource. They always tell us about not to shoot that animal you don't need, and not to catch a fish you don't need. And if you do that, and you just try to fight against the natures.
Our people never put themselves above any animals or plants. We are just part of the whole cycle, the whole situation. And so what happens to the woods, to the animals, pretty much dictates what happens to us.
And us Indian people, we protect the environment, and in order to take care of us, and that's the education we want to share, and we think it's important to the world.
Trimble Gilbert, the chief of the village, is also the Episcopalian minister. His church services are in Gwitchen. It is part of the effort to teach the children their native language.
Just like my mother told me, she taught the Indian language, but the strong word she uses, shijut saltik, kunzi etak anti, that means that's my language. Son, take care of yourself out there. And no matter where I travel, I still remember it, deep into my heart.
And travelers into Arctic Village will surely remember the Gwitchen deep into their hearts.
They enjoy seeing the scenery, and they told us about it, and all the animals they see, and fish, and all that good water they drink. And you know, this is a small planet we live on now, and because the population is increasing. So we just try to save that small area up there for the futures, not only for the native people, but the non-native, to enjoy that, to see those country up there. And those kind of people, we want to make them happy. They can always remember us too, in a way. Friendship,